welcome to Pro Wrestling International's Wrestling Fever. The show is hosted by Dallas James and myself, Laura Angelique. Today we've got a really exciting card lined up for you. You'll get to see the Diceman, get to see the Flying Angel, not to mention the feature match of Bobo Brazil up against the Ninja. Something the matter?
It's hosted by Dallas James and Laura Angelique. That's impressive. I like that. I've now moved forward.
That's who the hosts always are on the show.
Oh, okay.
Did I lose you somewhere there, or what?
No, I'm right here.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Who's on the show?
Diceman, Eric Freedom, Bobo Brazil up against the Ninja, Flying Angel.
Who?
The Flying Angel.
Flying Angel.
Flying Angel. That'll be our first match, actually. We'll get to see the Flying Angel up against the Professor.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, that Flying Angel is impressive.
He is. Once again, I would have to agree with you.
I was there. I'll be doing color commentating with Dave, and he's impressive. He's not very big, but I got to tell it like it is. He is impressive.
And nothing seems to scare this guy or hold him back. He'll do about anything, that's for certain.
Well, I found a mirror I could scare him.
Up against the Professor, he would have to do just about anything, though. But let's let our fans at home see for themselves with this match. The Flying Angel up against the Professor.
And his opponent. Weighing in
Chuck,
at
incoming.
205 pounds.
Yes, fans,
From Dayton, Ohio.
watch out for high-flying objects on this one.
Flying Angel.
We're going to see one high-flying, high-rising wrestler here this week on Pro Wrestling's Wrestling Fever. We're seeing the Flying Angel in there against the Professor. And joining me again this week to molest the airwaves, my co-host, Dallas James.
Molest the airwaves.
Yeah, don't know any other way to better describe what happens.
Holder of one half of the Tag Team Championship. Wasn't that just a great match last week? Great partner.
Well, yes.
Took out 3 pigs. Cousin Gump, Big Pig Rollins, and Squealer.
Please, Dallas. Yes, you still have retained the title here in the PWI, you and your partner. Staying in there. He was able to return to the ring, as we saw. But right now, we've got the Professor in there against the Flying Angel. And Dallas, his techniques and abilities, of course, we don't see it yet, but the technique and ability rivals none when this man gets up on the top side here. We're going to see, we hope to see some of these high-flying acrobatics of the Flying Angel. There, we're seeing the man come alive there. Vicious clothesline takes down the Professor. And boot to the chest as the Professor is starting to wonder why he got into the ring. Quickly applied suplex there by the Flying Angel. Dallas James, this man has a lot of speed and a lot of ability, a lot of scientific wrestling here from the Flying Angel, but you can see the man can mix it up with the roughest of them.
Well, we haven't seen him since the tag team tournament. He's been away for a while. Understand down in the southern part of the United States.
Yeah, making quite a name for himself down there. Fans really enjoyed seeing the high-flying action of the Flying Angel there, and the Professor just kind of bouncing across the ring, the recipient of some of these scientific moves. And another quick body slam by the Flying Angel.
Is he from the circus?
Word has it that he does have some acrobat experience from the past there. Well-defined wrestler. As you see him going up there on the top rope, flying across beautifully. Delivered drop kick on the chest of the Professor. Off the top rope. The man's got some maneuvers, Dallas James.
Well, he is a high flyer. I have to give him that.
And the Professor asking for a timeout from the referee.
Now, what do you think he'd do against me or the bounty hunter?
Well, I don't know. He would definitely keep you moving, Dallas James.
Yeah, he might keep us moving, but at 210 pounds, the big bounty hunter could catch him coming off the top rope.
Well, we'll see what happens. Oh, the Professor caught him there as A mistake there, Dallas
Back
James.
that up. I want to see that again.
A mistake there. The Flying Angel took his eye off his wrestler, taking it for granted that he was still down. As you know, you don't take your opponent for granted. You need to keep a watchful eye as you're setting up
Tell the truck to back that up. Now we've got it on tape. Back it up. I want to see that again.
Well, the Professor finally showing his colors here in this match. Besides the red welts going across his back from the pounding. And there you see the strength being demonstrated by the Flying Angel there. Up on the back. What a move! Dallas James, have you seen it ever?
And the winner,
well applied there by the Flying Angel.
the Flying
Well, he may have got the 3 count, but looks like he's going to get the beating now.
The Flying Angel, victorious here on our first match on Wrestling Fever.
And now you get to hear an interview with myself and the Bounty Hunter, the new tag team champion on What's Happening.
And let's go to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dave Yearwood here with What's Happening, and standing around me are the new PWI Tag Team Champions. Let me tell you something out there. You people seen last week right here on PWI, we got the straps. And just a few minutes ago, I led my 2 men to the ring. They beat up 2 Jim Bronies out there, and they're on their way to the hospital right now. Let me tell you something out there in PWI land. It's all coming down to the very end and the nitty-gritty. Anybody that wants a shot at the newly crowned PWI Tag Champs can have a contract on one condition. It has to verify through Playboy Johnny Lee first. Tell him about it, big boy.
Blackjack. Mr. Yearwood, for the 3rd time in my career, I hold 1/2 of the tag team titles. And as you can hear out there in TV land, we've got our people. So Miss LA, Dave Yearwood, and some of you simpletons, open your ears and shut your mouth, because we've got our fans, and it goes to show what a little blood, sweat, and tears does to pay off. New champions. And you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Do you want to know something? Would you like to know something?
Let's hear it, Dallas. I'm sure we will.
Austin James, little brother.
How are those ribs?
How are yours? Little brother, I wish it was you. But Bounty Hunter, you're my partner, and I don't ever intend to lose these titles. So Austin, if you're watching, that's the way it crumbles, little brother. But if you want to come back and join with the Aces, you can, but in a different retrospect. We weren't talking about you. We'll leave the anatomy out of it.
Final words, Dave Yearwood. Any challengers out there, the contracts are in the office to be signed. We're ready for any challengers right now. Bounty Hunter, you and Blackjack Dallas James, I guarantee, are going to go a long way with the gold.
I've got just one other thing to say. Bounty, I know how you feel about this, if I may. Johnny Lee, I know how you feel. This is directed at the president of Four Corners Promotions. This is directed at Commissioner Ted Sandora. Until you get us some respectable belts, we ain't wearing those.
And remember, people, that's all you need to know.
Welcome back, fans. As you can see there, Dallas and his partner, the Bounty Hunter, kind of seem to be up on cloud 9, needless to say, a little with this 4-ace thing. You guys are just really blowing this up, aren't you?
Well, we were on top, then we were on the bottom, and now we're on top again.
And what follows again?
No,
Bottom
this time
next?
we're just going to, just like a jet plane, keep rising.
You gonna run out of fuel up there somewhere?
As you saw last night, there's the 4th ace.
Yeah, we all know about these 4 aces. And
Yeah.
speaking of fans, if you'd like to take a look, I'm not sure if you really would or not, but there is another one of those here that we will be showing you, which is the Diceman. And today we have him up
Man
against...
with the money in the boot.
Money's one thing he has. Talent, that's debatable.
Oh,
But in this match, he's up against the Midnight Rocker.
who?
No, Dallas. Who's on first? This is the wrestling show, not the baseball show.
No, I'm not falling for that.
Okay.
I want to know who he's wrestling. Who'd you say?
The Midnight Rocker.
The Midnight Rocker.
Midnight Rocker.
Who in the world is the Midnight? Now, last week I come back and I hear this Dr. Doom and I hear this, I don't even remember.
Yeah, it seems that when you're away, a lot of people are more attracted to this show. Imagine that.
Oh, well, I thought you was
what
going to
could
say,
they
while
do?
I'm away, we got more wrestlers coming out.
Yeah, they're all coming in.
That shows
They're
who
more
they're afraid
attra-
of. When I'm gone, they appear. When I'm here, they're gone.
You could look at it as who they're afraid of or who they don't want to be associated with.
I don't care if they're
up to the
associated with me or
fans,
not. If
something.
they want to wrestle me, sign the dotted line, boys.
Fans, let's go ahead now and look at that match of Diceman up against the Midnight Rocker.
And his opponent, weighing in at 263 pounds, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Diceman Ronnie Vegas, accompanied by his manager, Playboy Johnny Lee.
Well, there's that familiar music, Dallas James.
And there's the man with the money in the boot.
The money in the boot. We hear it repeatedly from this guy.
And
There
my
he is.
manager, the manager of the World Tag Team Champion, just saw it last week. And this man in the future will wear some gold here in the PWI. Now, who's this Midnight Rocker? At least
Yep.
he ain't got a mask on.
Well, no mask on this man, but the
I'll have to
Midnight
I'll
Rocker
have to talk to him. I got something to sell back to back.
making his way up from Florida here, Dallas James in there. You know,
Florida.
if this is a debut match
Maybe he's
for...
a relation to Quicksilver. Kind of looks like Quicksilver.
This is the debut match for the Midnight Rocker. He's,
He picked a good one, didn't he?
Lord have mercy on this man.
Wake me
'cause,
up when this is over.
you know, give credit where credit is
Huh?
due.
Is it over? Oh,
No, not yet, but Midnight may not come fast enough for the Rocker, as he is in there with one of the top wrestlers in the world, the Diceman.
oh, I got to tell you, I got a news flash. I got a news flash.
Flashes, Dallas. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
There's going to be another edition. You saw, you saw last night. There is an addition to the 4 aces. The 4th ace was unveiled. Now, don't you tell. Next week it'll
My
be
head hangs
next.
in shame.
Next week we'll let all the simpletons see what transpired last night. But Bobo Brazil found out who the man is. I loved it. You were there.
I was there, all right, and
But there is another addition to the 4 aces on its way.
well, how many cards are we playing in this deck,
Well,
Dallas
now
James?
this is not another ace. This is just something to do with the best deal in wrestling.
Well, who's the Joker going to be
But
then?
the Joker's Bobo Brazil Jr. So let's just say that Lady Luck will be on the 4 aces side in the very near future.
Lady Luck.
Lady Luck, and if I may use a line from the Playboy, that's all the people need to know.
I'm sure then that's all we'll get to know this week, and Dallas will look forward to seeing what this Lady Luck is. What?
Lady Luck? Lady Luck?
Could this mean a, I don't even, especially after what I saw last night, I don't want to get
Wasn't
into
that just beautiful? Bobo was totally, as were you and all the other simpletons, totally taken by surprise.
was as
But,
midnight as
but so wasn't I. What was Austin doing? Well, I'm going to get to the bottom of that.
there was a little bright light that came to the forefront last night, but
Last I know, my brother's at home at the old ranch site. I'm going to start calling his ranch the far side. I don't know what's gotten into his head, but He gets in the ring, he gets his ribs re-injured. He could have come back in a month or two, but now who knows? Me and him's going to have a serious talk.
Well, the man was...
Little brother, don't make a mistake you can't pay. Don't make a mistake that you can't live up to.
I think maybe he was trying to atone from some of his past sins here in the PWI. But
should have left him in Europe.
One major sin that transpired last night. I still can't believe it. And I don't even want to talk about it yet. I can't come to grips with it. And if you weren't
the
there,
match was signed, though.
If you weren't there,
the match
you're
was
not
signed.
gonna believe
They'll learn more next week.
Well, right now,
for those of the simpletons that wasn't there last night, they missed the shocker in the wrestling world.
Definitely a shocker, but the shock waves have gone straight down the back of the Midnight Rocker, being delivered by one Diceman.
There it is, Snake Eyes.
Oh,
I think that means
tumbling dice there.
I think that I think this is over.
There you have it. Another victory
for another member of the Four Aces. That way, deposit the garbage on the floor.
And there he is,
Winner, Diceman.
the PWI's current and most successful manager,
Vegas.
the international playboy, Johnny Lee, with his victorious one, the
Hey,
Diceman.
again, you were invited to the victory party last week, and again, you didn't show up. Now, Johnny's getting tired of sending you tickets, and you're not showing up. What's the deal?
Well, I had and I'll let Dallas know, but we'll be right back after we take a look at the Wrestling Classic.
Fans, thanks for staying with us. It's time now for Wrestling's Classics. Dallas, could you tell us a little about the wrestlers we'll be featuring today?
Oh, I suppose I could. Today's Wrestling's Classics is about a famous match, not a famous wrestler per se. Well, there are two famous wrestlers in this match. This was the most talked about wrestling match at the time in the history of professional wrestling. This took place in 1961 in Madison Square Garden in New York City. It was for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Now, the NWA is now basically known as the WCW, even though the NWA, or the National Wrestling Alliance, is still promoting. Most of the people associated with the NWA of then is now with World Championship Wrestling based in Atlanta, Georgia. Today's match features Pat O'Connor, who was at the time the heavyweight champion. He was from New Zealand, the only man ever from New Zealand to win a recognized World Heavyweight Championship, going up against the original Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers. We're going to take a look back at this match. We're going to look at the third fall. Both wrestlers having already won a fall. This fall right here will decide who is the NWA champion.
As Rogers rebounds. Oh boy, it looks heavyweight championship match. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champion in Buddy Nature Boy Rogers.
Well, Dallas, thanks for that look back into the history of wrestling with Wrestling's Classics. Now, for the present day, we'd like to show you a very active, very involved wrestler here, Electric Eric Freedom. This man, you call yourself wild. He is just crazy. Crazy is the word for this.
Well, there's
man.
a difference between crazy and wild.
I agree. He is both wild and crazy, though. He is an absolutely outrageous wrestler. Fans, today he'll be up against the Executioner. Executioner, before you get a chance to ask again.
I heard you.
Just making sure.
Jeez.
But fans, let's take a look here and see if the Executioner can stop any of the excitement of Electric Eric Freedom.
And fans, here we are. There you hear it.
Weighing in at 252 pounds.
The
Ladies
metal
and gentlemen,
sounds.
Electric Eric
Oh,
Freedom.
the electric one, Eric Freedom. Going in there against the Executioner this week here on Wrestling Fever.
The hippy-dippy weatherman.
There he is, out of the 60s. The peace and love generation. The man that sees colors in front of his eyes. Even when he's just driving down the interstate at midnight.
Who picks out his clothes?
Mr. Tie-Dye, Eric Freedom. They do battle with the Executioner. Not sure where he's from, Dallas James, but
Not sure where he's going either.
that's some, there he is, taking his Cheshire-capped position there in the turnbuckle, allowing the referee to.
Well, people can say
Check
what
the
they
boots.
want about Electric Eric Freedom, but I don't know anything about this Executioner. But he is a well-accomplished wrestler, so the Executioner is going to have his work cut out for him. But who knows? Another masked man here in the PWI.
Yes,
I beat
another
you to
masked
it.
man.
I beat you to it.
Now you're getting pretty good at this, Dallas. Almost becoming immune to all these false faces we're seeing here. Yeah. Shoot, someday I may even see Mil Mascaris walking out here. Who knows by then?
Who?
Yeah. Surely you know
He
these
retired,
legends.
didn't he?
And after watching, the fans got to see here earlier in the program 2 real legends on Wrestling Classics, but here we're seeing a classic in his own right. Not sure if it's right, but Eric Freedom, man from the 60s, telling the referee the Executioner is pulling at the hair.
Now,
of
why would
Freedom.
Eric Freedom say the man's pull? I don't understand that. He's kind of, he ain't as mean as he used to be. I'm going to have a talk with him.
Well, if that's truly the case, why don't you just leave him be? Let him go his own way.
Well, his one-loss record was phenomenal here in PWI. I don't want to see him screw that up.
Well, I'm sure his ability can carry on, because we have seen this man, Eric Freedom, wrestle with a lot of style, a lot of science here, and at the same time can rough it up with the best of them. Eric Freedom, always enjoying his work here. Now, taking it to, oh, there you go. That might make you smile there, that scientific maneuver he just showed you there in the corner, Dallas.
That was good.
Yeah, I know you'd appreciate that. But Eric Freedom setting up. There you go. Who's that remind you of, Dallas? Take a trip in the past. Frenchman? Flying Frenchman?
I don't know.
Patterning himself there on that move like
Who?
the famed Eduardo Carpentier.
Well, then let me ask you a question, Mr. History. In our opening match, we had the Flying Angel. Who's he remind you of?
The Flying Angel. Well, let's see.
About that same era, there was a man that wrestled barefoot.
Well, we had an Antonio Ruffo.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
Well, anyway, fans, right now looks like Eric Freedom is getting the best of the Executioner at this point. Eric taking him back into the corner. Seems to be working the throat there on the Executioner. Eric setting him up, whips him across the ring into the turnbuckle. And here he comes. Oh, a little bit late. Little late there, Dallas James.
Yeah, I bet he's seeing colors now.
Yeah, no doubt that may have straightened up a few of
That
those
referee's on the
lines
ropes
there.
and you're sitting there looking at him. Why don't you count?
The elbow taking Eric Freedom down on the mat.
Could be an upset.
Yeah, the Executioner may have the upper hand here, setting him up into the ropes. Looks like, what's he going to take it to? Oh, clothesline viciously takes.
I believe
Bring
that'll
him
get him.
down. He's got the leg hooked
He
down.
got him, didn't he?
Well, Eric kicked out of there. Eric escaped.
See,
the
now that's
3
what he
count
gets
there.
for being so nice. These simpletons don't help you in the ring.
Please, I wish you'd... Oh, viciously taking that face down. Driving him face first into the mat. Eric Freedom.
I bet his face is black and blue now.
You may never see there. Missing the flying bulldog there. Missed it, but he's still reeling from the effects
And the
of
winner,
the blast.
out of
As
the 60s,
Eric Freedom
Electric
covers for the
Eric
3 count.
That's a little
Freedom!
tougher than what I think he expected.
I'm lucky there's even a box.
Fans, it's time now for your feature match. Bobo Brazil Jr. up against the Shadow Ninja. Now, as you know, Bobo Brazil Jr. is currently the heavyweight title holder here at PWI, and the Shadow Ninja is one of the top contenders for that position. Therefore, this, as you could probably guess, is going to be a very action-packed, very exciting match with these two wrestlers. But Dallas, I have to say, speaking of Bobo Brazil Jr., I cannot believe what happened to him last night. That is just, it's unbelievable. Now, it doesn't surprise me that you were involved. That does not surprise me at all. However, I don't quite understand his involvement. This is just ridiculous.
His involvement was he was the man that was doing all the attacking, was sending out all those wrestlers for the past 3 months. He was upset. And next week we'll find out more about why he was so upset.
Fans,
this goes way back. And he's the fourth ace. So was I involved? First of all, let me say, you were there last night. The only reason I was in the ring is because Diceman Ronnie Vegas and Playboy Johnny Lee, their plane was late. They didn't get in, so I had to do the talking for the group. But other than that, I had nothing to do with it.
Dallas, that's fine. I really don't want to get into this right now. Fans, we will update you more next week on what happened to Bobo last night. But now let's take a look at him in action up against the Shadow Ninja.
Is scheduled for one fall. It is for the PWI Heavyweight Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, from Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Shadow Ninja #2.
Fans, here we are, the feature match of today. We have the Shadow Ninja #2 going in the ring to try and wrest the belt away from the PWI Heavyweight Champion, Bobo Brazil Jr. There you see him flying the war flag, the battle flag of the Far East. The Shadow Ninja #2 will face the current PWI Heavyweight Champion. We'll listen to Richard introduce.
PWI Champion, weighing in at 260 pounds, from Benton Harbor, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, Bobo Brazil Jr.
Bobo Brazil Jr., the PWI Heavyweight Champion, making his way to the ring for another title defense against Shadow Ninja #2. Fans on their feet here at ringside awaiting the emergence of the champion, Bobo Brazil Jr. Fans, as you notice, the air is cleared here to my side here in more ways than one. Dallas James said he had some business to attend to in the back, so it looks like I'll be going it alone, finally. Here on Wrestling Fever today, as we show you this feature match. We've had a lot of great matches already today, a great wrestling classic that you got to see, and now the title defense of Bobo Brazil Jr. And here he is, making his way to the ring, and there you see the Shadow Ninja aggressively waiting to meet the crown champion here at the PWI. Accompanying Bobo to ringside is his personal bodyguard, Nelson. Finding there to ringside. And Bobo, though he can take care of himself in the ring, we've seen it many times in the past, many vicious attacks, many of the masked assailant attacks here outside the ring. Bobo, it's not enough that he has to worry about defending his title in the ring. He's also got to watch his back inside the ring, outside, around the ring, entering, out. Man, not as glorious a life as one would be led to believe. When you're holding the title here in the PWI, everyone is out after you. Everyone is looking for that title shot. And you had better be able to defend yourself both inside and outside. And he's picked him up, Nelson, here just to give him Try and give him that edge so he can get into the ring without having to worry about anything else and keeping his mind directly on his match. And right there, he's showing his strength, showing the power of the big man, the kingpin here in the PWI, Bobo Brazil Jr. And there against the martial arts expert from the Far East, Shadow Ninja number 2. Referee's hold as the Ninja moves him back into the corner. Referee calling for a break. And there he goes with the karate chop to the chest and then judo across the forehead, but he's attacking the wrong part of the body on Bobo Brazil, and he delivers one of the patented headbutts here. And the Shadow Ninja number 2 goes railing to the outside. And the professor calling for the referee to check to see what's inside the forehead of Bobo Brazil Jr. Fans, we all know what a hard head the champion has, and he used it much to his advantage, just as his legendary father has before in the ring. Bobo Brazil Jr. has got one powerful headbutt. Again, the two wrestlers meet up. Ninja takes him back into the turnbuckle. Referee counts it out, and a judo chop across the throat of Bobo. Whips him into the turnbuckle, misses, and quick package there by Bobo Brazil, not quick enough though. Fast afoot, the Ninja, making his move and quickly moving to the outside. Bobo Brazil showing both speed and power right here in the opening moments of this title defense here. Shadow Ninja showing some effects. Quick move, beautiful move there. Leg trip by Bobo Brazil Jr. Showing he has both power and scientific ability. Well trained, and one should be, coming from the family of the legendary father of his, Bobo Brazil.
Come on, huh? While you're wrestling?
But now Bobo Brazil Jr. has picked up and moved on in his own right. Does not have to feel he is in the shadow, although it'd be hard to get out of his legendary father. But he has earned the right and the respect by capturing the title here in the PWI, and has maintained successful defenses despite the many vicious attacks inside and outside the ring. Who's behind it? Well, we hope this soon will end. And with the menacing surroundings he is forced to wrestle in right now, with the Four Aces, the Professor, Johnny Lee, it's anything that this man can keep his mind in this match against this top contender. But Bobo Brazil has gained the upper control here, has maintained the leverage even with what has transpired on the outside. You know, Bobo definitely with looks of concern, with, you know, right now I'm sure he wishes he could have a set eyes in the back of his head, because he is definitely concerned with what he's seen surrounding the ring here. Somewhat confusing, as you've seen, you know, this new female face, Johnny Lee out there, the Four Aces, and Gentleman Johnny Lee. I think if Bobo had not seen it, I do believe he could have finished this match at this point. He's definitely in control here. I'm sure he could have finished this match with the Shadow Ninja had not this distraction on the outside appeared to him during this title defense. But right now, it looks like he's regrouped and got his senses within him. The air is kind of cleared out from ringside here. Well, you know, the referee is still being distracted. Bobo Brazil Jr. still distracted, and there you saw him caught off guard as the Professor getting in the way. Series of blows there by the Shadow Ninja. Again, aggressively attacks with the martial arts, and there you see him. There you see him. Johnny Lee, 3 of his aces, and this has got to be this Lady Luck that we were talking about, that we heard about earlier. This has got to be her. But there you see the champion. I think he's ready. It looks like he is ready to bring it in to the distractions and put this title defense to rest. So I think he's ready to set things straight with the Ninja. Beautiful belly-to-belly suplex. Takes him over there. Almost a 3 count. Did not quite get him down there. But I think Bobo's ready to take control after all those distractions and delivering the weapon of choice of Bobo Brazil Jr. The patented headbutt, the flying headbutt there. I don't see how the Ninja's going to get out of that one. He's got the leg, he's got the 3 count, he has got the title, and he delivers one on the Professor. I'd like to see him line up the 4 aces and him deliver right there. And here's Nelson back in with the goal.
Well, as you can see there, Bobo Brazil Jr. was victorious over the Ninja. However, I still cannot get over this about last night, Dallas. That is utterly ridiculous. That is all I have to say about it. I still cannot believe he would be involved in that type of scandal.
You saw it.
That is not his type of wrestling.
I didn't pay the man. This was his decision. I was shocked too. But once I found out from Playboy Johnny Lee why this particular individual was doing this, it made sense to me, and he became the 4th ace.
I just don't.
Hello. She could hardly breathe. No.